Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. Hopefully audio and video is working and you guys can actually hear me and I put it backwards. Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. Hopefully audio and video is working and you guys can actually hear me and I put it backwards. Okay, so as of now, I think all things should be fine. Andy Fried, congratulations. Thank you so much. And yes, this was a very hard fought battle, like freaking 4 years of my life. So basically, again, because half of it is still active, I'll not share exact detail, but most of you can easily guess. So think in this way. 4 years ago, my opponent fired 2 missiles at me. Now, one missile is gonna hit one court case. No matter what I'm gonna do, that court case was fixed. The outcome was fixed. All we had to do is reduce his collateral damage, which we did reasonably well, let's just say. And that was the first case. That was over very quickly. I think 2-3 months maybe maximum. So that was very quick and done. Go home. Okay. Now, second case was done by me after watching like this thing going on for way too long, for around, let's say, 1 year. Then I filed a case. Now, this case did not took too long, like a bit more than 2.5 years or something like that. And that was over last year's August. Basically, I gained one part of my freedom in last year's August. I got freedom like exactly the same time as my country did August. So that happened. Now they did went to High Court, as in to challenge the verdict that was given by district court. They went to High Court. That's why it's not completely technically over, but like I'll discuss more about that, but think about it. That's the reason why I have a High Court notice. Now that case is not active yet. Even though High Court received the appeal, High Court started the process. What they were waiting for is District Court to wrap everything up. District Court has now wrapped everything up, as in last Tuesday, and now the paper will start walking from the District Court and go to Ranchi High Court. And to translate the things that is going to happen is that it's going to walk. I'm not joking. That's what everybody keeps saying. Like it takes months just for paper to go from one to another, and I'm even shocked why the heck they need to do with paper. As in, like, can't they basically transmit digital data? But like whatever it is, it's gonna take time. And it's going to be a long while. So for now, at this point in time, and even right now, the thing that I won last year, it's not criminal. So I'm not in very serious danger. Let's just put it that way. Now, the other case they were dragging, that was criminal case. That was dragging on for too long. And yes, that put me and my whole family in danger, as in like actual imprisonment. Heck, even the case itself was what we classify as a non-bailable offense, meaning I would go to jail. However, my lawyer was really good and things starred lines and all that jazz, and I was spared this humiliation and tragedy. I did not have to go to jail, even though most people generally end up in jail for at least a week or so. So I lucked out in that. I got bail very quickly, very efficiently done, so things lucked out. After that, that case was dragging on for way too long, almost 4 years, and they were wasting early years just on mediation, more mediation, and even more mediation. I'm not like, and again, because judge was like the case was dragging on for so long that we had different judges. Yeah, every time a new judge is like, we should do a mediation. I'm like, bro, we've been there, done this in your court, in your basically law, so to say, been there, done that. And it's just like, nah, it just dragged on for too long. Thankfully, if you have watched regularly watched my live streams, I talked about there was a miscommunication between lawyer and my father, that my father assumed that case is over, but no, the case was not over. It's just that there was miscommunication. The evidence stage was over. Now, thankfully, in Indian courts, once the evidence stage is over, it does not take too long. Again, some cases could be exception, but generally it does not take too long to wrap everything up once that evidence phase is done. So it only took, I think, 2 months from that point to be done. So fundamentally, all things considered, this wraps things up. My family is free, and all the lawyers that we have consulted, they are very clear on this topic, is that they, as in my opponent can waste time going to High Court, but things are very ludicrously unlikely to change. Like fundamentally, like there is not that much what you call meat in the material to change. So Yes, August is your lucky. Yeah, I noticed like 3 years. Like if I go for 3 years, I have August was the first time when I started to do investment. August was the time when I got my first win. August was the first time like when I completed this case. So yeah, August is my lucky month now. Now I have like make a video on SMP noise. I do not understand. Do you mean electrical noise or do you mean audio noise? Your top 10 life lesson that you would help in life. Start reading books. Does not matter which book, what book you just start reading it. Start writing things down. And if you are in trouble, do try to contact a professional to deal with it. There are certain things that is just not worth wasting time. As in like spinal pain, go to a doctor. The end does not matter how much money you're gonna burn. Trust me, there are certain things that is just like shut up, take money. So that's the congratulations. Thank you so much, Lazia. TFI reports says the below replacement. Your take on that. I've been saying the same thing for like what 5-6 years. We did. So that's there. Bro watched a Alien Earth series. Nah, I think I may have watched it. May have. Not sure about that. No exception. Your comment was redacted. I do not know what happened there. Okay, Raju, sir, make a video. Okay, you are repeating the same thing. What was the topic of the case from which you got freedom from? I will not talk about it because again, A, I do not want to talk about it, and B, the High Court is still active. So once it's completely over, then I will think about it. Ideally, I do not want to talk about it. I do not want to have that as my core factor, so to say. Electrical noise, yeah, that's beyond my understanding. Electrical noise of SMPS. Congratulations on getting rid of this nightmare. Yeah, my family is very relieved at this point in time, and ironically, courts generally have a way of operating. So the way of operation is you're gonna deal with boom boom stuff in the first half, and in the last you're gonna have basically almost at the closing session you're gonna give judgments out, because that's a very quick wrap system. Like my judgment only took 30 seconds. Like you're okay, Anupam Epul, yes, father, yes, mother, yes, and due to lack of evidence you are all free to go, so to say. So it barely took 30 seconds. Do you use some card in spinal pain? Do you used Alstom card in spinal pain? I do not know what that is. I did had this what you call injection that was steroids for reducing swelling. It did work, but it was very temporary. The spinal treatment that happened, that was much better. It's like I would say most of my pain is gone, and I'm far more clear-headed, far more logical, and less tired, less miserable. So that was a very good decision. Do you know Dead Space game? Used to. Crawl, not walk. Yeah, this crawl. Again, the court had like this one weird issue is that, again, because we had to wait so long, the return journey took way too long. Although to be fair, like we have been spoiled because before this we were returning at least like my home at 5 or sometimes even as early as like almost 5:30 p.m. Now we left at 5:30 almost, not 4:30. Yeah, so it took way too long to reach, and that was the first time I realized the basically the high beam of my vehicle is useless. Like it has to be changed. Like it's not going to work. Going on a 4-lane empty highway, you could not see anything. It was just like black. I was like, and again, almost every driver that we have hired so far in this 4 year, almost all of them, the moment we have to drive at night, yeah, sir, your high beam is useless. So now I'm taking some serious action on that. We have to replace it. Is it true that India will become Muslim majority nation by 2474? As you said, your math is not making sense to me. Muslims 2.3. See, trajectory calculation can change, right? I'm just giving a rough idea. I cannot go, I'm not gonna sit down and do a logarithmic calculation. And again, there are a lot of variables, things can change, but the trajectory is fixed. Like, you build a dam, rivers dries out. How long that will take, that can be discussed. You can have like, okay, I think 25, some would do 33, you get the point. But roughly the data point is sorted. Enjoy your freedom while it's like, yeah, I'm planning to enjoy. Like that's the first thing we did. The moment we returned, we are like, okay, we went to a dosa place. We liked the dosa and we had it. And again, because it was like, I was like, you know what, let me celebrate it. I asked for vada. Now I remember vada is very fondly because I used to eat a lot of vada in Bangalore when I used to be a 3D game artist. It has some fond memories. And they said, sir, we have to build it. It's gonna take time. I'm like, today is the day, my man. Today is the day you're gonna freaking build it. So it took some sweet time, but it was fun. Although paneer roll is still missing. We did not have like times lined up. So why EU listens and follows USA term? Why doesn't it goes on VRV? because they are not as what you call stable as you would expect. Because after World War II, USA gave them lot of loan, like literally did the funding for reconstruction of whole of Europe. So they owe money, and second, because of Soviet Union fear, they are the NATO's basically big daddy, so to say, and because of that, they are the prime what you call security guarantee worldwide in NATO specifically. So they can't piss them off. That's the reason. Okay. Okay, bro. Do you know about how about pro sorry organism control EU America is like black rocks? See, everybody hates everybody. Get over it. Okay, it's the most boring take ever. Like, if you're gonna say, oh, they control Jews control this, blah. This blah. This is boring. Like, this is the least what you call clever tech, so to say. It's just boring. 100K subscriber celebration live stream, buying a 50-inch OLED TV from then 200K court case. Did you hear the news about dogs in Delhi? What your suggestion solution? So I have no idea, no clue about that. Like it just. I just ignored it. Do you got your freedom? You're happy with the progress? I think I've been too burnt. Like I really have this weird feeling where when the judgment happened, just before that, like I was going there and all that, I was stressed, but not too stressed. Like I was like, I was basically numb to this much stress and frustration, because again, 4 years is a long time, and I did put a lot of effort into therapy, did a lot of effort into reading books, a lot of effort into actually changing myself so I can handle the stress. So I was very numb, and after the news, I'm still numb. That's the pros and cons of it. It's like once you become chill enough where it's like meh. So my brain literally went into second stage. Like, what is the biggest hurdle I had in my vehicle? If I have to travel alone to Ranchi, I would like to lie down in the back. Why can't I do that? Because it's AC does not dump cold air. Because it's not that AC is not powerful enough, but I have to freeze the front section, then only enough cold air goes in. So I'm building a pipe system that pumps directly from the AC itself into the rear AC vent. If you look into video adding rear AC vent in Wagoner, it's something similar, but Wagoner had a very simple what you call console tunnel, so to say, basically where you have hand gear, I'm saying basically gear and handbrake. So it was one physical plastic piece. In espresso, there are two physical plastic pieces. So it's a very difficult, and I had to drill through it, meaning you can see the air pipes. I have already built it, and if you are watching my Discord, you will see all the WIPs, and even on my Telegram. Once I'm done, I would think about making a video. That's my like first thing I thought. And again, I made a promise to myself, if it was a good news when I come out of a court case, I'll take a break. So next week, you guys will not see any video. I do apologize for that, but it has been, since my surgery, I've been constantly working 24/7. So I'm like, you know what, let's apply some disc break. Let's just chill. So I've been chilling. My chilling will last till Monday, and then from Tuesday, I have to go back to work. So that's the whole point. What's would be the most simple need of idea, bro? You can do your own mathematics. In China, more innovative and advanced science and technology than USA. No, USA has only one thing, and it has the thing that matters the most. They have bowls. What's if okay? What's the meaning of today's stream? Your family in High Court? No, today's stream is basically I'm honorably acquitted in district court, meaning district court chapter has been closed, legally closed, officially closed, done. Anupam Vipul and district court, we done. We parted ways. The end. High Court is the only thing remaining, and as of now, again, the opponent was so stupid. I'm like this. I'm not even buttering it up. They were just flat out stupid. I'm not even joking. Like literally 4:30. Let's just go with that. 4:30 p.m. Judge gives us our verdict. They literally go to the it's like, okay, we have to file appeal. I'm like, bro, go home. Think it through. Really come to terms with it. Process it out. Not just like literally. Again, the court is a huge campus, so you have like lawyers in one area, then you have basically chambers, the court chambers in different areas. So they had to walk, and that's the first thing they did. They just went there. It's like, okay, we have to file appeal. I'm like, bro, the judge is still in the court. Relax, think it through. So they can harass basically me now, but it is what it is. So that's okay. How much did food cost? Wanna see the inflation? See inflation? again, unless you have time data, it does not have, I don't have that data. So you look happy by tariff on India. I don't look happy or sad. Like A, it's out of my control. B, I've been saying this long. Again, even in my ISRO video, I specified that unless America bitch slaps India, India does not grow. See, like unfortunately, Russia did not bitch slap us and gave us fighter jets, so we cannot make jet engine ever. But again, look into what happened with aircraft carrier. We paid $500 million for aircraft carrier from Russia, and Russia was like bitch slapped us. Oh, bam. And that price started to go up. First it was like, okay, we have to make it to $1 billion and few years delay. We're like, oh, okay, we're gonna deal with it, brother, we're gonna deal with it. Then it's creeped up again. Then it's like, okay, it's painful, but brother, we're gonna deal with it. Then it creeped again and delayed again. Brother, this is end. That was $2 billion and serious amount of delay. So after that, India was like, you know what? No more BS. This bitch slap is enough. Now we're gonna make indigenously developed aircraft carrier. So that's the whole point. Unless India get bitch slapped, we do not learn. Bro, Alien has a concept of 5 mega crops ruling as a leading tech and cyborg and synthetic human mortals. Did you went to jail anytime in your life? So far, knock on wood, no. Someone installed rear AC vent in indigenous DIY. Mine is most similar to Wagoner, and see, you have to understand, a lot of people are using this pipe, this sort of pipe to do the system. Now these are corrugated, meaning the inside, the diameter is not useful. The diameter of airflow is much smaller than the whole diameter simply because of the turbulence it will create. So I replaced this pipe with a water pipe that is much more smooth. The green water pipe that you must have seen outdoors used and all that. It's much harder, very difficult, almost destroyed the parts of my car, but it has the ability to flow air. There are a lot of people who are using this washing machine pipe, and I did not pay attention to it, but like once I actually built it, like did a dummy test and all that, video is in my Discord and in Telegram, I realized the airflow was very weak. Like I could not even detect it at 1. At 4, I could like, okay, was there. So I paid attention that almost all video where they have just a corrugated pipe, it's just like, oh, fan is going bonkers, then you have some airflow. I'm like, nah, this will not do. I want car to be very silent, so I'm putting a smooth pipe. And yes, I did put the smooth pipe. Yes, I did a rough testing, and yes, the results are promising. And now the only problem is pipes have been put. This is the basically air conditions air box has this system, and this blows air on the bottom part, basically on the legs of the driver. Now I have to find a way to basically have this coupled to my pipes. Generally people just force pipe here. I have done that, but now I want a better solution, so I have sealed all this up, and my target is to drill. I had bought this, I don't even remember for what project, but it came handy, this sort of drills. So my target is to utilize this to create a basically bigger hole and 3D print a funnel. Right now that's what I'm thinking. So 3D print a funnel, so it funnels all the air in effectively, and then I will get, because again when I had a smooth pipe, even just going here it was more efficient. So if I have a proper flow path, I'm expecting much higher airflow. The target would be, I should not need to put a fan there. I do not want to put fan in the rear part of it, because again electrical, I do not want to tamper with it, but let's see what happens with that. Why are you making a rear AC vent? Is a mechanic too costly? No, mechanics in my area don't do that sort of thing, and I have not seen a single video anybody doing it with espresso. I've seen Wagonars, Alto, but not with espresso, and most of the time people do it themselves. So is there? Iran didn't have as for why you said Iran. I did not said S400, I said Russian systems. I could have misspoken S400, S300, whatever have you, but outcome is the same. It's the exact same thing, exact same story that happened during Iraq war. Is the same thing again and again. All worker trades useful for workers. Western China foster unions. We are considered right of forming unions and becoming hurdle for innovation tech or not. See, any system, it's not inherently good or not inherently bad. If you think like that, you are still a child. It never works like that. It's not like capitalism good or socialism bad. It never works like that. If you have a good, healthy, uncorrupted socialism system, it would be awesome. If you have a corrupted capitalism system, it would be worse. But here's the deal. That's why we have checks and balances. So if you have unions, that's neither good nor bad. You have to manage it. If you unmanage it, if it's like just letting it grow out of hand and people are not applying brakes, people are not handling it ethically, then it becomes a rot. It's not, life is not so simple as like this good, this bad. It's always whether you are managing it or not managing it. If you are managing it ethically, where you're planning things out, properly projecting it, and it's like having checks and balances, then it works. If not, dead. Okay, I tried. I got the mail. Sunset strike of my prayer. I'm so bored. I great experience. I definitely. If the subs fees were, dude, you could not spend $20 for your fantasy play, man. I mean, how did your dosa and vada cost compared to all? Is that don't mind? I don't recall, man. Don't recall. What India can do if Trump doesn't take a U-turn? Learn and grow, or smoke hydrogen. Smoke hydrogen and die. Did you use soldering in the AC vent cause harm to insurance? Maybe. Why do you so much can buy a roof mounted AC blower fan? A fan is not a AC. Unless it's directly connected to the compressor system, it's not an AC. How long does it take to fix broken family structure of a country once laws are reversed? You explain something. See, only country, again, my apologies, I could not find that country again, African country that was claiming that they're going to reverse the law. China is the biggest example case we have where they are reversing the laws. Let's see what happens. My faith in the system is zero. I don't think it can be reversed. Like once you give enough brain damage, basically you teach women to not to suffer, then every suffering is like, okay, oppression. It's like, no, life is suffering. It's not oppression. Not everything is freaking oppression. But once you corrupted that data set, Avinav Sharma S400 is better than S300. Cool. Russian systems are awesome. They are orgasmic. Done, happy, let it go, man. I'm tired of this. 4 years. No, 5, right? Hey, how long is that Russia-Ukraine war going on? Basically 4 years. Okay, it's like, yeah, every Russian system is super awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is orgasmic. Can you make a video after breaking on agriculture meanings, the idea you had on that, putting one video and summarize that? No. See, I already done that. Healthy soil is the video that you are looking for. That's there. What do you, but what about China's electronic hardware manufacturing dominance against? See, America gave it to them. Literally look into how Motorola went there and trained them. And again, America is learning. That's the scary part about it. America is like, yeah, Trump, that's the whole point of Trump. Trump knows, because he's a businessman, he knows how this thing works. So he's like, he's applying brakes and creating a conflict area where it's like, no, we should have some factory in America. Once they create some factory, it will start to heal itself. And to make sure they do not happen this problem again, space industry, that's their next frontier, right? And America is king in that. So what they are doing, on 13 August, if I'm not mistaken, 2025, Trump signed an executive order, basically turbocharging the space sector. Basically, they made sure the bureaucracy cut the red tape. If you have duplicate rules, cut the tape. Everything they turbocharge. So, and again, shrink the time of environmental reviews and all that. Basically, at this point in time, America knows that they have the money, they have the brain power. They just don't have the lubrication of a bureaucratic system. What they have is hurdle of a bureaucratic system. So they are like, okay, let's shift delete all the bureaucracy and let's classify basically space as a national asset. The end. Environment be damned. We need this. The end. Basically, how China had just, like, imagine it this way: if you are competing with China and China is completely comfortable dropping a hypergolic first stage onto its own civilian, you can't compete if it takes you like freaking 3 years to do environmental review for basically turtles in space or sea. So they're like, okay, let's cut that. And that happened on executive order 2025 August 13 or something like that. So that's the whole point. This time they are making sure that that Motorola mistake does not happen again. And again, you have to zoom out a bit. Like if you go before 1990, America was there. It was there during World War II. It was there during Cold War. It was there during space race. It's still there in space system. It's still there in weapon system. They just lost the manufacturing arm of it because of the basically unchecked capitalist system, so to say, an unethical utilization of MNC's rules and regulation. So that's what Trump is trying to fix. Okay, I want to develop a competency or science. Any pro tips? Build actual what you call. Why healthcare in USA not good like India? Because they went too cuckoo with insurance. Insurance can only work if only small amount of people use it. But if everybody has to have insurance, then again everybody will use it. Consequence of that would be every time you go, insurance have to pay, which they can't afford to pay. If everybody pays, basically every time you go to hospital and insurance paid, they will go bankrupt, the company will end. So they hire doctors to fight this doctor. It's like, no, why do you need MRI, you can do it in X-ray. So they fight. Now the doctors have to hire their junior doctors in order to fight that, because again they rather treat patients than fighting. And brick by brick, this escalation creates a scenario where it's cheaper for Americans to book a flight, come to India, get treated, go back. It would be cheaper. It's what we call medical tourism. Basically the system went too out of hand based on insurance, like too stupid. They went full cocaine. That was dumb. Like again, this is another same thing. No system is like this good, this bad. It's always like this system is there. It's like you have to have a steering. People want like, hey, put it there and forget about it. No, no, no. You have to, whoa, 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 whoa. You have to always manage it. So that's it. Will you continue live even in the break? No, no, my break is almost over. It will be over on Monday. And I don't think I will want to fill that 1 week slot with live streams. Although I am planning to do a live stream on my Hindi channel for on Sunday if SpaceX Starship launch happens. If it's on the right time. If it's not on the right time, then I'll not do it. Oh, somebody donated, which is unique for English channel. That's okay. Let's look into it. 51 rupees. Soumya, Suman, S-O-U-M-Y. Soumya, I'm sorry, your name does not have a space, so I'm getting a large number. But you sent it from UPI, and remark is thanks for broadening our knowledges. That's the whole point. That's why we say in Hindi, ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है. It's like the more you share, the more you learn, the more you know. So that's the whole point of it. Look at Artemis. China will reach moon first. When did Neil Armstrong landed on the moon? I built a WhatsApp group on my colleges, but no one cared and just blamed me for. Now I just felt no, I'm not responsible for anything. I'm out of social game in college. See, that's like, I have no context for that, and this is not the right place to discuss that. It's like, I am old. I'm sorry, but I'm old. Like, I do not even know how these sort of things work nowadays anymore. What's the heart symbol? Yeah, YouTube is trying some new things there. It puts China fakes economics and population data. What do you think about it? Most likely it is true. Bro, you know, the trade union protesting against harsh work-life balance in sector. Again, everything requires checks and balance. Basically, think in this way. Whenever you make an entity, let's say a biological organism like a human, you have to create an antibody in that system. Basically, a defense mechanism that is working 24/7 to keep you healthy. Same goes with everything like this. Like, oh, you have capitalist society, does not matter. You have socialist society, does not matter. You have to maintain it. You have to repair it. So, without that, bad things will happen. Can USA make its healthcare better? Likelihood, no. I wondered about reach first time. I mean, they reached the first this time. This time again, it can't be classified as first time. It would be like America first, China second. Second, what America is doing is completely different. And again, they have learned their lesson from space shuttle failure. They have learned that fact that under no circumstances you should have one point of failure. Meaning, they do not want to go to moon. They want to create a ramp to the moon, meaning, yo, mama, moon, how many offers do we have? 10 offers. Sir, here is this. Sir, 1 ton object, take this. Sir, 500 kilo, take this. Sir, you want satellite, take this. That's what they are building. They are not building a rocket to go to the moon. Saturn V was that. What they are building is an ecosystem. Basically, they are creating a fertile ground of private companies that will make multiple rocket systems that over time, and again, that's the same thing happening with their space station. They will literally, if things go well for them, by 2030, they will have multiple space stations and all of them private. They will go from barely having space station to like which place? Ain't got time for that. That's what they are doing. They have learned a lot of important. Yes, it's a bit slow. Yes, it's idiotically messy. And yes, they were smoking some serious cocaine, which again, if you have watched my Rocket Monday video, I was saying that when they were claiming, we're going to land on moon by 2024. I'm like, bro, that's quality cocaine, let it go. So that's there. What is the gripper in a rover? Not sure what you're referencing. So can we read MDisc on any DVD player? Yes. MDisc DVD, let that be clear. MDisc DVD. If you have MDisc Blu-ray, you have to have a Blu-ray player. Yes. So writing requires a high power laser, but reading it is normal. Okay. So divorce rate in India. So how does argument from authority? It's not, it's false data. That's why I said do not listen to me, go to your nearest family court. And again, let me give you a very clear example. During our father's time, if you went to court, all you will see is brothers fighting for land. Now everybody is poor, everybody is broke, nobody has house, everybody is living in rent. So what you will see now, like the whole campus of court, any court, is generally filled by couples, dumb people who did not listen to me and did not went to family court before they had to go to family court. So, so fundamentally, that's why I'm saying that 1% is a complete BS. That's why I say like go to family court near you. Like literally, people have to create marriage certificate in court and divorce certificate in court. Once you actually go there, it's like, oh, it cannot be 1%. Like they have to mess up the number exponentially to show 1%. Like. Labour parties are better than communists. Don't abolish capitalism. They regulate it like Australia. People talk about China because they enjoy the reality check about China. See, China did had a lot of good designs and they had a lot of stupid designs. And again, when you have a god-like deity, it was like, I am the supreme ruler of the country. It's like, yeah, you effed. Because again, that says a very bad thing. Like if you say that Russia only has Putin, that's a bad thing to say. That you are saying flat out that this country does not have the ability to create a single individual that is of the same caliber. A country cannot run on one man. That's dictatorship. That's small pp energy. You want a country that creates great leaders, not one, multiple of them. It's like, whoa, this leader was great. Whoa, this leader, whoa, this was bad. Whoa, this was great. You cannot have a healthy country where it's like, oh, we had this one leader. Sir, what after? No, we had this one leader. No. So, fundamentally, China is moving fast into moon race 2.0. Again, they only have one pathway, one government contracted system. And America has done that. The end. They're like, bro, we good. We got this. Done. That's the only thing they are doing right now is building multiple pathway. Ideally with Blue Origin, SpaceX, and some other also. Maybe even ULA. Or maybe even rocket labs, who never knows. So that's the whole point. They are going from, we did this. What you are doing now, we did this in 1969. We good, we got this. We have to build a more sustainable option. Of course, it will take longer. And of course, they did had lot of bureaucratic mess up because again, inherently SLS should have been done. Like we should have been done, like go home, sweet dreams. But that did not happen. But again, I have not seen any Chinese company was like, oh, we have this private company. Oh, we have this another private company. We have this another private company. And we are launching thousands and thousands and thousands of rockets. We are not there yet, man. I like USA was founded against the monopoly of British East India intellectual small business. Local people founded the philosophy of absolute freedom and abolition monarchy. See, America has a lot of things right, given the fact that they are old, like 275 years old. So they like basically the problems that we are going through, they've been there. It's like they know that if you have one what you call ruler, quote unquote, or one prime minister or president for too long, bad things happen. They've been through that. That's why there is a law that you can only be president or prime minister for 2 cycles. They've been there. Like, bro, we done this. Other countries, oh, that's why we don't have allow that. And that's the first law Putin replaced when he got into power. He's like, I'm gonna be forever small pp energy. Have you ever used AI girlfriend app? Asking because I did not. As anybody else, please write which one is the best. I have not done. I don't have enough data on that. Made greatest. Say, will it be cancelled? SLS be cancelled? Most likely yes. It has to be cancelled. Let me repeat that. It has to be cancelled. You cannot keep burning money like that. And again, Office of Inspector General, which again I've been sharing for years. They've been saying, bro, this cocaine cannot go. You cannot burn $2 billion per launch, given the fact the target price was 500 million per. So yeah, I want to develop competence and science. Bro, you are repeating the same comment. I told you, like there is no such easy answer. The only thing you can do is actually start building things, actually start physically making things. China is telling about new CD, few TB data store and into development. No, I have not made a video on Ariane 6. Ariane 6 is not that interesting. It's just an overpriced ancient rocket. It's not that interesting. And again, it's European, so they barely have PR. They do have good high resolution photo, but it's so sad that European Union themselves is saying like, you know what, this is a tough pill to swallow, but we have to swallow it because we effed up. When is the ISRO video coming? I already did. Didn't it came this Saturday, man? Like we did that this system, what you call Navik system. I specifically talked about like again CGA, not me, saying like what the hell ISRO is doing. So. Did you know burning national flag in USA is legal? Of course it is. See, USA has the, again I'm saying like USA have 10,000 problems, but they have one thing right, bowls. Everything else is different. Why did Rasmussen went from global dominant in to complete mess? 1981 was a long way, but never completely. Again, if you have dictatorship, you have small pp energy. If you have small pp energy, you die. Like Japanese emperor, we have small pp energy. Yeah. You have to have true growth. You can't have like, okay, my oligarchs are rich. It's like, bro, I'm not even joking. If you look at the growth of Russia, it's 9% compared to India's 900%. If you take from like 75 years ago, basically, if you look into like how long term they have been performing horrendously bad. And you might say World War II damaged them a lot, which again, true. But again, land-wise, they did not suffer too much. Blood-wise, they did. They did lose a lot of soldiers, like bonkersly large amount of male population was shift deleted. So, okay, and again, Putin is like, let's do it again. I'm like, and again, by the time 1990s came around and Soviet Union finally collapsed, which again, collapsed meaning it was rotten long ago that. So it was messed up, brick by brick, day by day, it was rotting and it just kaput in 1993 or something. When did the Soviet Union kaput? 1992 or 1993, somewhere around that time. And people lost faith. People's birth, that was the first country, I think, that birth rate collapsed so quickly. Basically, birth rate went below. And again, the Chechenian war they did, the Afghan war they did, all of them shorted so much male population shift deleted. And now Ukraine is like actually shift deleting them. It's like, it's no longer like, oh, you poofed 70,000. No. 250,000. I'm like, yeah. 1991. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So fundamentally, speaking, again, you never ever want to live in a country where there's one person who thinks they are the best. Like, think about it. It's like, oh, you have country of billion people, and who is the ruler? Oh, there's one person. It's like, do they cycle? No, there's just one person. That's just sad. Does it hideously bad? Why did you can't have from 6,000 memes account? I forgot. ISRO covers your private company space projects or we should just be lonely as before. See, we do not have private space entities as of now. And again, I have been covering like space news for what, 7 years at this point in time. And India space in 7 years went from nothing to nothing. I still am waiting for first private rocket launch that puts payload into orbit. Still waiting. And again, if Rocket Lab's neutron rocket works, we did. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, we will not have a single rocket that can compete against Rocket Lab, let alone SpaceX. SpaceX is on a whole different level. I'm comparing against Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab will be like, bitch, please. Don't waste out. And again, they are planning to do their first test in end of this year. So, why strong independent want to go to... See, it's one thing to say that you are strong, another thing to bear the responsibility of it. I'm not joking, this happened and it made me angry, very angry. Like there was this case where the girl was like, you know what, my husband is not giving me orgasm. So she find a new guy, new lover to give her orgasm. And she was like, okay, orgasm is good. So let me shift from my husband to you. And the new lover was like, cool, I can take you. I will give you orgasm, but your daughter cannot come. And she was like, okay, no problem. I'm going to shift delete the daughter. She shift deleted the daughter, put in a briefcase, that became the whole case and all that. Now, here's the deal. After they got discovered, caught and all that, police did an interview. It's like, how the heck did you think of that? Like poofing your own daughter and putting her in a briefcase. Oh, I saw this in Crime Patrol, I think. Basically, she said she saw this in TV. I'm not joking. This is the news on the top of the Instagram reel, and the bottom, basically in the same reel, is an old looking woman is like, you know, this is why we have to ban this sort of TV show. I'm like, what the F? So women cannot take responsibility of bad things they do. How the heck do you think they will handle war? And again, you were like, oh, this one woman, that's like, no, no, it's just no. That's just known. Like, you cannot run a war on one people or two people or exceptions. You need millions to do so. Any way to put digital lock in MDisk, because a WinRAR does not lock the whole folder at once. I was like, I would not recommend doing that, because again, if you have MDisk, how many people have the ability to read it? And it's like, if you want backup, you want backup. Trust me, encrypting it and doing that will make it difficult. If there is even minor damage on the disk, all your data would be kaput. So that's it. Do you believe US has the absolute freedom from the individual, like the choice of doing everything than Europe? Compared to Europe, they are bro. Compared to, basically, let it put this way. There is almost 200 countries on this planet. The amount of things you can do in USA is much greater than in almost everywhere else. Now, they do have consequences, which again, that's the whole point of it. You will get sued if you do some really stupid things, or in certain place you will be pwned. But that's the whole point of it. The more freedom, the more consequences. But they do have that flat out. Okay. Heck, people in basically UK are getting jailed for catcalling. Not the grooming gangs. They are like, because they are from that minority and we cannot cause so they are like, no, let them poof our little girls. We gonna that was so pathetic, like so pathetic. And again, let's talk about Canada. Canada is like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we poof our own soldiers? I'm like, bro, at least America pretends to give a damn about their soldiers. It's like, bro, come on. So any video on Ortegra rocket, German private company? Right now they are not launched yet. Just look at India operations in itself. If you want to look outside, biggest example is more than 35% is women. Why UK downfall? Again, too much politics, too much. It's what we call suicidal empathy. Basically, Karen syndrome. Watch Asmongold Gold. He has the best take on this material. What is your period of rest? Did you sleep more? Proper hit hours? No, I only sleep for 6 to 7 hours, not 8 hours. Again, I wake up. It's not that somebody has to wake me up. It's just like I woke up at that time. Hold on, let me drink some water. ISRO feels like just spelling nationalism with minimal private companies. Majority are just only for defense today's military gears, but not for future plan. ISRO feels more elite, which should not be. Yeah, see, ISRO is not that good. That's why I gave government's own reading of ISRO, and people so many people were so angry at me in my Hindi channel. I was like, oh, why you're only telling negative? It's like, I'm not telling it. The Office of India created that report. I did not. I just read the report that ISRO lolled 3 crore because they basically placed a wrong order for the modem. They were given 10 crores. And again, this is in 2006. 10 crores. Lot of money to change software. And they just lolled it. It's like, lol. I'm like, sun never sets on British Empire. Yeah, that's a lol. Have you seen social media showing our ideas? Like, yeah, that's a very, very dark place. Although in my case, my face is there, so I was like, I'm scared. Is testing his first Methanrox engine? Which engine? Give the engine name, man. Like what, SCE200, what exactly you're talking about? Like, give the engine name. Does executive have any limitation because Trump is using it like data? See, there is more than enough checks and balance. He can't do anything unless it goes through basically, it's within his power range, and if it's very big enough, then it will be stopped by the Senate. There is checks and balance. People have so much Trump derangement syndrome. It's like every time it's like so many people, I'm not even joking, so many people were laughing about, oh, Trump is making a space force. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's exactly how Air Force was created. Heck, even Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, we had Army, then we had Navy, then we had Air Force. Like that's how it happens. You start with the base, you grow, then you go like, okay, this needs to be completely different entity. Then it grows again. Okay, it has to be completely different entity. What's the next one? Space. It was the most logical thing he could have done as a president, and everybody was like, because again, you have to remove the Trump derangement. So now again, let me be very clear. He does not understand war. So when he says like, I'm gonna end the war in Russia, Ukraine in one day, I'm like, bitch, please. The only way to do that is to actually deploy soldiers, and it's like, no, if you use nukes, I kill you. The end, like flat out. Like you have to actually go to war. Then only they could have done that. But again, they did not. So that's not happening. Did you know some states where you can roam naked without PPE out, you get arrested? LM1000, I have no idea what exactly you're referring to. As I say, is LM1000. Okay, engine, I think that's what you're referring to. No? LM1000, let me look into it. LM1000. Engine? It's a medicine name. Engine. Hey. ISRO makes programs with LME, bro. LME. Bro, all I'm saying is this is February 2, 2025, and not seeing enough data, man. ISRO. ISRO, yes, IRO, ISRO. Oh, yeah, I have covered that. Like, yeah, I got you. Got to. It's also because it's lazy. That's all. I'm too shocked. I got to say, Isro video was so funny. It gives such clarity. Isro is slow because it's lazy. That's all. Again, yeah, it's like people have so much desperation in India that you can sell them piss like, oh, it's champagne, and they will buy it. Same thing is happening with hydrogen. And I'm like, how the heck Indians can be so dumb that they are like, okay, what if you put solar panels under the train? I'm like, what if you stop smoking cocaine? It's like, have you covered every single platform roof that is completely under basically the governance of railway, and you do not have to stop a train for it, and it's completely safe for people to go, to assemble, to clean, to maintain, to do everything. No, but what if we put under the tracks? Because F logic, let's make India poor. Innovation. So that really made me sad. I'm like, I did not even look into it. It's like just too sad. I'm like, too sad. Why still trust is so you have no choice. Many other customers for no reason instead of home future tech company. So yeah. Indian Space Force, any hope? Right now we are not there. Your viewers, British social media age restriction bill. It has way too much potential of misuse. Way too much. Like not even like normal misuse. It's like, bro, turbocharge misuse. Is possible for YouTube videos to get deleted in a few years because of YouTube storage problem? Unlikely, but it could happen. It's not impossible. It could happen. I should back up my videos. I don't have backup of it. I can't afford to have backup of it. It's too expensive. Indians, hydrogen and hyperloop, they, me, all I want. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, I'm thinking of making a video in Future Friday where it's like, instead of talking about all the science and tech, like why things work and why, specifically talking about this, like I have like so many good companies and technology in India that's like, GG, awesome. But everybody's like, but what if we do hydrogen orgasm? It's like, we have been doing hydrogen orgasm from 1800s. It does not work. We have abandoned it. Like, think about it. It's like a technology that is so ancient. It was used in Apollo project, and they were like, yeah, this is bullshit. Let's just shut it down. And to compare that to lithium ion, that got patented in 1990, and everybody is using it now. And hydrogen. And we were like, hydrogen. It's like, bro, what about round trip efficiency? You have to pay for it. It's like, oh, and again, so many people were like against me. It's like, dude, I am not attacking it. Science is clear. We have been there. We have the data. We've used it. We know. It just made me so sad. So sad. Like sometimes it does feel like, why the hell I'm even bothering? I'm not gonna joke. Like it does feel pointless. Bro, let's go to Las Vegas. And right now, not that rich. Not yet. All the companies I'm trying to open, at least one of them have to become successful for me to become that rich. And again, I won't go to Las Vegas. There are some other places that have safer legal service, so I'll go there. Mr. Liling and you can't smoke, okay? Yeah, it feels sad, man. Like anything you can sell these people, like car runs on water and everybody's like orgasming. It's like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. I feel sorry for your school teacher. Or assuming you had school teacher. In India, most of it is engineering, but I have fascinated about hydrogen, water engine, solar road. It needs everything in India. Yeah, critical thinking should be developed in people's mind. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. So many people, like, it's sad. It's like, oh, you want India to be ancient. I'm like, bro, I can give you better technology. Battery train would be much better. And again, the battery does not have to come from Europe, does not have to come from China. We have Rajendra Sharma sir. He's building a lithium supercapacitor that can be utilized for this exact reason without any hassle. Like, shut up, take money, take it and go. Rather than, hey, Europe, can you give us hydrogen? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's just sad. It's like, we have technology, we have good stuff, but it's like, but what if we smoke hydrogen? It's just frustrating, like, practically speaking. You are smart enough to figure out what do I mean by that. But yeah, it's like I have to say, like that, like sometimes reading the comment is, Australia thing Saturday, but I forgot to ask. Can you reply, please? Was caste-based discrimination in India was portrayed? We people oppressed for thousands of years. It was different, as in like think in this way. It was a subset of Raja Maharaja architecture. Basically, Raja Maharaja and Praja. In that Praja, you had three different orcas. Basically, it's the same thing, like rich people and poor people. So in that time, it was like caste based. It was, it's a thing in this way, like one buddy was saying that, why should we have kids and like all they're gonna suffer is like, it's they're only gonna be servants for rich people. I'm like, when it was different. Like if you go back to chief era, basically when we are living in small tribes, same thing. There was one chieftain and they were deciding what happens to others. And go to king era after that, same story. Go to basically Soviet Union, same story. That there's the people on top and then everybody else is slave. Capitalist era, same thing. People on top and everybody else in bottom. It never changed. So this whole idea of like, oppression and like segregation and class bias, it's like it's almost innate in human itself. It was, it is, it will be. Now only good part about capitalism is if it's done correctly, it does allow more mobility than anything else. Oh, your BLDC fan update. What update, man? It's still working. We have an IIT and railway minister. Is that kind of sad? I hope, I pray, I beg that he gets basically direct call from even his superior and it's like, no, F the country, let's burn the country with hydrogen. So, just don't tell what's make a video on Vega rocket Italy. That solid booster, that not that interesting, man. Like, really not that interesting. Really not that interesting at this point in time. Like, Europe is the example where you have too much nanny state propaganda. Rascasso was theoretically determined person work. No. It was birthright. Exactly the same thing we had like with kings and queens and all that stuff. Exact same thing. Government engineering colleges, no children of politicians. Why would a politician child would do work? Like why? Why would they work? Why would they work? So right now the core aspect of my work target is, because again I have to finish it because again my holidays will end. Nanny state propaganda, what do you mean? Nanny state as in like every decision has to be controlled by government. Like if you ever seen like in the old toys there used to be a battery door, like you're supposed to open it with your nails, and then you randomly will notice that they started to come with screw because it's of European Union law. It's like they went too much, like where it's like, okay, well, I've controlled this and I control that, I control this, like too much. The other both ruling party of me. I mean, why? See, taking responsibility is, and again, if Indian civilian public is so lazy and stupid, whereas like I can sell them piss and sell them like this is champagne. Why do you expect the politician to be better? Like politician does not come from outside; they are from us itself. So, I mean, was the originally determined by work? It meant not really, not really. It's think in this way. It was always like that. Why so many government departments like every sector in USA? Again, that happens when you are 275 years old. Your organization end up creating more organization. And again, Trump is trying to clean a lot of them, like a lot of them. Your views on child marriages in India. Again, I have already talked about it in detail. Basically, it was not how people portrayed it. It was not a Arabic system where it's like, you know, a 78-year-old man with 80-year-old girl. That wasn't the case. The case was basically younglings, both basically young boy and young girl. Basically, the family was doing. And again, it makes us uncomfortable now, but you have to understand people only lived for 30 years, 40 if you're lucky. So in that time, you do not have the luxury, oh, I'm going to wait till 18 years. Nah, bro, you did. So that's how it worked. And again, once you basically Arab invasion happened, once we had the Mughal invasion, and then we had East India Company, we was starved so much that our family structure started to break. We had to adapt, and that created that bad stigma. And again, even in India itself, it was very little, very minimal. Not like what is happening in basically Arabic systems right now, even in India, whereas like, you know, 16-year-old girl I think was married, and now people are complaining, oh, it's like a personal law. I'm like, yeah, Hindu Marriage Act was created to shift delete Hindus. So of course Hindus will die and they will take over the country. It's like, duh. It's like, you did it. 1984, you did it. Like, congratulations. It's working exactly as you expected. It's like, oh, I dropped a nuke. It went boom. I'm like, ta-da. So, thank you. Good gracious. So birth-based caste system could also be reason India's decline reduces mobility. Yeah, see, mobility must be there, especially if you want to increase intelligence. Mobility has to be there. Because again, intelligence is one of those vectors that if a culture really leverages it, it grows exponentially. Not a little bit, exponentially. So it has to be there. And that's the one thing that America had. Today it's like that system has been rotten too much. And again, Trump is trying to fix it to some extent, but again, I think it's too far gone. Let's just see, time will tell. Do you plan to live till 100 after anybody reaches 40? People enjoy services in totality, like people get old, you know. Again, time will tell. There is a whole series in Korn which called Olja. That's my end game. Don't Google it. Do not Google it. Okay, I did not tell you the spelling, so most of you can't Google it. So is that. So data is important, data sensitive is good idea, but password in MDisk. See, I would say then safeguard the disk itself rather than the data in the disk. That would be much better. Which comedians do you like? Too many. Like I go through this, what you call. During this time I watch this guy, during this time I watch this guy. It changes. And why so shopping mall people are buying cow dung? That's the tragic part. Why USA uses old ICBM? ICBM is not a smartphone that you will replace every 1 year, man. Come on. They built the system during the peak of Cold War and still working. Why the hell bother to change it? It's like, imagine this way, look into the rocket system what Soviet Union is using. It's the exact same thing. Exact same thing still using. It still has the Kalashnikov cross. It's the exact same thing they had the first. Yuri Gagarin used the first rocket and the current rocket, exact same topology. Even the same series of family. In this time, America went through good stuff, shitty stuff, new good stuff. British exploited India more than 800 years of Mughal rule combined. 800, I doubt. 800. I do not know the timeline. If I remember it right, 200 East India Company, 200 Mughal. That's what I remember. But it's too long ago. I have no idea. I won't give her. I'm a good boy. Some head Trump voter ID. ECI after many years. How did it went unnoticed? ECI delisted reference. ECI, I'm not getting it. So, but again, that's the whole point. You have a system, you have to maintain. If system is maintained correctly, things grow. If it's exactly like how you have jungle. What do you call nursery? Yeah, a nursery where you grow the basically flowers and all that. It takes time. You have to maintain it. You can't be like, oh, I planted it, I'm gonna go home. No, sir. You have to maintain it 24/7. and then you're gonna have a flower bed. So it's caste system is barbaric system. I don't think people should use that system. Bro, everything is barbaric. Like this whole luxury is very modern thing. Just after World War II, people are like, okay, because again, we poofed so many people, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. People can run out. That's the first time people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. People can run out. So that's the first thing. Way before Mughal. Yeah, that could also be true. That could also be true. Government is carrying E27 above everyone made vehicle damage due to YouTube instead of asking government. See, yeah, Trump should watch your videos on renewables. Tomorrow live stream again. That could happen if I figure out when is Starship's launches. If it's on a time frame that I can do a live stream, I would try to do a live stream. But if it's a middle of night, I know nobody will watch it, so I won't do that. So that's there. Again, Trump does not need to do anything. The market has to do it. Public has to do it. And again, I had the friend Brian. If you have seen my Ahirawat car engine channel, and he was very against solar and all that. Like, and I looked into it. Like, why? And he's like, okay, it costs this much. I'm like, why the heck it costs that much? And then it was like, okay, it's bureaucracy that made solar useless there. And again, it depends on state by state. So that system. Again, I had a good talk with him and finally started to make him this like, why pay for this? So. Search for meaning. Did you read Man Search for Meaning? No, not yet. Good night, sleep well. Tomorrow you're live streaming? No. If Starship launches happen, then it's like, did not have a concert birth-based caste system, but later people on top change one by one. Bro, saying that is equivalent of saying, breaking news, water is wet. It's like, bro, like, yes, Starship launch is in middle of the night. It could be delayed. It could be delayed. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's been 1 hour and it was an interesting live stream, I would say. Emotional bond in man and woman, please explain. It's gone. It used to be there when somebody hated women so much that it's like somebody went inside woman's brain, inside the BIOS, inside the ISA, and then they shift deleted the suffering part. And it's like, no, suffering is oppression. It's like, no, suffering is part of life. You're gonna suffer, no matter what. But like, no, it's oppression. Now women are being shift deleted. Have you heard the rumors? Again, let that be very clear. It's flat out rumor. It's not real. But again, people are working on it. Is that China is creating a robot that has like artificial womb? I'm like, too much cocaine? Because again, if somebody's like, this machine can have artificial womb, I can buy that. Or robot, a bipedal robot that can move around. Like, nah, bro, we're not smoking that much. But ISRO SSLV, yeah, that meme. That was such a meme project. It's like, it's forgotten, like a small satellite launch vehicle. It's like, what the hell happened? It's like, it launched 3 times maximum. Well, it feels like I got acquitted. Congratulations, Via. Thank you so much. Paneer roll now. No, not now. Tomorrow maybe. I'll see what way. But I have to eat it. It's like it's on the menu, boys. Anyway, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully things will be well, or maybe tomorrow. If things go well, I will become a hell lobby for gender neutral laws. Yeah, you'll be dead by then. And you can't change laws if 50% of population does not want it, plus cucks and traditionalist dumb retards. So overall, around 30 to 40% of people can understand it. Only 20% people will be able to vote for it, and you will be dead. Men's rights activists have been wasting their time for this for what? 70 years? So don't waste your time on that. Anyway, bye.